Is there a child in here that we heard crying before?
That was like a whistle. Yeah.
Ghost Dimension.
Everybody, I'm back. It's Tuesday. It's the 2nd of May. Woo! Isn't that crazy? It's the second week of May, and it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit here at the cave today. So we are a bit chilly, to say the least. I hope everybody's well. First, though, before I get into it, hi, everybody. I'll get to you guys in a sec. I need to address the fact that we've been getting hackers on this page. My page is actually in process of being verified and all that stuff. So it'll kind of be able to keep a lot of that riffraff out. I have blocked a few of them. Please don't respond to them at all on the feed. I'm not really worried about it. It's just hackers, and they're pretending to be me. And I also see, come on over here, Phoenix. Come on. He just decided to take a little flight. So hang on, guys. We'll get him. Come on, baby boy. Come on, baby boy. You want to say hi to everybody? Come up. Okay. Sitting on the floor is what he's been wanting to do recently, quite a bit, actually. And here he is. Ta-da! We don't want him walking around on the floor at all. So we'll let him say hi to everybody, and then I'll get back to business here. Phoenix, look. Say hi, everybody. Ooh, what is that? Is that the camera? Ooh, that's my good boy when he wants to be good. So I'll sit him behind me. Go on. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. He's kind of wants to be around me all the time. So he just decides to try to fly, and his vet actually fat shamed him. He's too heavy, and that's why he falls down to the floor. So he's eating well. Anyhow, getting back to what I was talking about, the hackers. Facebook is aware, and I have been turning them in, and they've been kind of taking them down periodically. But please know that if you get some kind of a response or an inbox message from me that doesn't sound like me, it's probably not me. I do go and address some people afterwards if I've missed them or what have you. But you can even tell by the way they speak in their writing, it's not me. So please don't respond to them. It's a copied or cloaked or cloned account. So I've gotten a couple of them shut down already. You know, I wish these people would just use their intelligence, right, for good, like to do something really good. But the world is in a crazy place right now. So let's get on to some readings. Hi, Cook. I'm doing good, David. Things are good, you know, a day at a time. That's all I take, and that's where we're at. Hi, James. Yeah, I can give you. Hi, Cindy. How are you? I'll get back to you in a minute, James. Hi, Mariam. How are you? Tracy Booth is in the house. Hi. Cheryl. Oh, yes, Cheryl. I can give you a read. I'll give you one too, James. There's more than I thought were on the list here. So let me just pull the deck out, right? Got the deck. Phoenix is going to be yanking at me in the background. You'll hear him. Hopefully he won't be cussing. Okay. One shuffle. Whew. I hope everybody's doing well today. It's such a insane world out there. Mango and Pip were out this morning. Yes, I'll let them know later, Mango. He's all excited because Phoenix is over by me and he's not. It is, believe me, it's like toddlers. They're all jealous of each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, this is a cool card for you. I don't think I've ever pulled this card for you. I could be wrong. You've got the Tiger. Okay. With the Tiger, the first thing I was hearing is eye on the prize. Eye on the prize. Eye on the goal. You said something. Mango's got a lot to say. I'm sorry if he's squealing and you're hearing it. Be quiet. Behave. Okay, so it's like whatever you have set in front of you, just keep your eye on that. And I'm being shown like blinders, so you don't need the outside chaos coming in or opinions or just people that have their own motives around you. And it's like just push back. You got to give them pushback. You got to set your boundaries. And even though you're doing it kindly, it might be appeared on the outside that you're not, or by whatever's around you. But don't worry about it, because they have to take care of their reactions to whatever. You have to take care of yourself. Okay, so the tiger that is actually being shown to me right now is a female. So this is referring to the fact that it's walking beside you. It's kind of giving you an empowerment feeling of, yeah, you can do this. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to do this. Okay, and the top of my hand is itching, and usually that, or the bottom of my hand, the palm of my hand. And when that happens, when I'm reading, it's like there's good fortune coming. So it might not be money, but it's like good things are coming, okay? And that's really weird because it's like really tickling the bottom of my fingers. All right, so that and the fact that as you're walking forward again, make sure you set your boundaries, and that's part of why the tiger's with you, because they can just kind of clear a room. And don't worry about what other people think or say, or other situations try to pull you into. Just keep your eye on that prize, on that goal, and move forward. All right, so that's your card, Cheryl, and it is the tiger. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to go back up because I know, James, you were up here somewhere. James, yeah, I'm going to give you a read too, okay? So hang on. Are you behaving? He better be behaving. He has been a good bird for the past couple of days. He's been really good. I did not expect him to hit the floor just now, but that's okay. I know you all understand. I laughed the other day. Somebody said to me about animals and how they rule our lives when we are true animal creature people. And yeah, they kind of own me. We have a regular daily routine. All right, so let's see what I got for you today, James. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so the card for you today, I don't think I've given you this card either, which is good, is the spider. Okay, now I carry spider medicine. Spider medicine can be a little tricky, but the biggest thing about spider medicine is that it gives you the ability to spin your own web, create your own path, protect things that need protecting, grab what you need at the moment to help you sustain what you're doing in your life. And the spider also tells you about making sure that your web, which is your life, right, the whole circle around it, is healthy and in place. Sometimes we need to go to a space and kind of clean out the things, just like on a spider web. Sometimes if you see them like outside, they'll take part of their webbing and it'll be loose or it'll be broken, and they'll either reweave it to connect it again, or they'll start in another path. This is all about you understanding that you're in the driver's seat and you can create your own path, your own way forward. And you have to trust that you have enough energy and you have enough intelligence and you have enough insight to trust your gut to move forward. So it's wide open. Whatever you choose to do, spin your own web, spin your own tail, spin your own path. Okay. So whatever that is, it's giving you, the spirit world's kind of reinforcing the fact with you that you're in the driver's seat and you're capable of whatever you want to accomplish. Okay. So just kind of take that into effect with what's going on with you right now. And it's always a good lesson for all of us to remember that we're the ones that really are responsible for our responses. We're responsible for the directions we take our life in. And we're responsible as to how we react to things as they pop up. So remember that and just do the work that you need to do for yourself. Okay. And I hope that resonates, James. And thanks for popping in today. Okay. All right. Let's see who else is here. Hi, Miss Cindy Pinkham. I was doing fine until the toddler decided he wanted to come over here by me and decided afterwards to jump on the floor. Hey, you guys. Hi to Mariam and Tracy Booth. Woo woo. How are you today? All right. Let's see. Kay. How's Kay today? Woo! That is awesome. Wow. That's awesome. See, that's absolutely wonderful. Education is great. And when we get that boost to help, it's awesome. Okay, yeah, sure. I will give you a card, Mariam, for this week. See what's up with you. Woo. All righty, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is a nice card. All right, speaking of birds, here you go. This is your card today, and it is the Great Horned Owl. All right, owls, they mean so many things to a lot of people, and within the indigenous people, they mean different things. Some people fear them. Some people think they're a blessing. Personally, I think they just make us aware. And right now, what I'm seeing is it's kind of a time for you to be aware, right, of things that are around you, and so that you can react properly or move through things properly. As you know, or maybe you don't, the owls can move their head. It looks like they can move it all the way around like the Exorcist, but they can't. And they can go all the way to the back on one side and all the way to the back on the other side. So basically, they do have that view. And they are so accurate and precise as to what they can see, even at nighttime. So this, again, I'm hearing is about your awareness of things that are going on around you right now. You need to kind of pay attention, look at it from all directions, left and right, because they're showing me the owl turn its head. Now, part of it as well is choosing your moment is what I'm hearing. With whatever's going on right now, and I want to say it's some kind of event. By event, I mean something that's happening around you. But you kind of have to choose your moment. Like, you need to be prepared for it. I kind of look around, get every angle of it, right? So you can see what's going on to make a full decision. And then you have to choose your moment, okay? And you have to trust your gut and yourself, because Spirit has pushed you in this direction to seize that moment, okay? But you have to be aware of when, where, how, all that kind of stuff. And that's why they want you to kind of focus on that before stepping in. Sometimes it can be before we even open our mouths to speak something, right? I still do it occasionally because sometimes we don't listen, or we listen and we really don't hear what's being said or what's happening. So you make that first quick judgment. It takes a lot of refinement and a lot of practice not to just jump in all the time. And they're showing me as the example because everybody can do this. Okay. Everybody at one point in life does this. All right. So just make sure what's going on before you jump into it. But that's why they're telling you to choose the right moment. Okay. So I hope that resonates with you. And that again is your card. And it is the Great Horned Owl. All right. Now I got to put the glasses back down because I can't see. Woo! I need new glasses too. All right. I know it's a lot. It's a lot. All right. Let me see where we go down the list. All right, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Hi, Afia. Yeah, I'll give you a card. I didn't give you one. I don't believe last week. Hi, Susan Cooper. How are you? Make sure you guys follow Ghost Dimension, Sean and Bex. And keep with the family. There's a group there, as well as myself, my page, Bear Medicine Walker. I'm over on YouTube as well. I'm on Facebook as well. So follow us all and share us with everybody so that if, people want to tap in and see what we're up to, they can. Okay, so let me see. Ooh, they're all falling today. Woo, they're all falling today. All right, let's see what I've got for you today, Afia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, I was actually reading something about one of these yesterday. All right. Yeah, here you go. And your card today is the Orca. Okay. Orcas, which I prefer to call them, other people sometimes call them killer whales. And that's just, they do, but all whales will, and shark and some of the other creatures of the seas do this. I don't think of them as killers because they take care of their pod, they do the food chain, and their wisdoms are kept. They're keeper of the wisdoms for the waters. They're wisdom keepers. So what I keep seeing coming through right now with you is the wisdom keepers. I want to say, okay, yep. Okay, so what I see coming through is like a grandmother figure, whether it's your actual grandmother that has passed or someone that you would think of as a grandmother to you, okay? And this is definitely a very strong and opinionated woman. I said this a million times before. Sometimes I just don't care for all these people to show up from Spirit Land because it's really hard in this situation to read. But she's a very determined woman. I also see wrapped around her hand a rosary. Now that's not saying that she does the rosary, but it's a woman of strong faith that is connecting with you right now. The wisdom keepers, as far as the orcas go, is you need to turn to the wisdom keepers of your family, okay, to kind of listen or remember what they have told you over the years, because it's going to actually be able to assist you in your daily life, okay? Okay, and I also see them like swimming around where you're at. So it's like outer side of where you're at. And it's like they're keeping as a guardian, right? They're being a guardian for you. And you need to tell them when, who, what you need to allow into your kind of sacred circle. But this woman is really strong that's standing here. And again, she's showing me the faith, and she's telling me for you to have faith. And again, that doesn't mean religion. That just means with things that are going on in your life. She's also saying to tell you that not only her, but many of your ancestors are around you in strength for whatever reason, to keep your strength there. Keep having that faith so that things will get better, things will change. But you also, again, have to look to your ancestors and call upon them kind of to shore you up. And I see they're wrapped around you anyway, but acknowledge they're there. our ancestors and family members and friends that are in the spirit lands can communicate with us. At least that's my truth. They communicate all the time. And sometimes it's just a matter of being aware of it or allowing it to occur. Sometimes we invite them in our dreams. You know, me, I talk to them all day out loud and in my head, and I do get responses from it. Sometimes you get responses when you weren't waiting for them too. So just be open to all that is, and know that the ancient guardians bringing through families and ancestors for you, family members and ancestors, that they're there for you and they're shoring you up and assisting you in your daily life. Okay, so Afia, I hope that resonates for you, and that is your card today, and it is the Orca. All right, let's see here. Okay, not a problem. We're always over on Facebook, girl. Not a problem. Oh, yes, I can give you a card. And yeah, you know what? I'm not saying the weather has been bad here. I really don't mind the cold that much, the winter. It's just that for May, for 40 degrees and raining is not an ideal day. It's just kind of blah. So sometimes it's hard to get your energy up when that happens. All right, Susan Cooper, I don't think I've read for you before, ma'am. So let me see what I can get for you today. Woo-hoo. 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 Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And for those of you that have not been here before, I always choose the number 7 because of the 7 directions, and the 7 is a sacred number among a lot of cultures, and also the 7 grandfather teachings. Okay, so here you go today. Your card is the Raven. Okay, so let me get a drink here. All right, so okay, so the Raven's showing me that things, the answers that you're looking for sometimes, well, not sometimes, more recently right now, you're asking and you're receiving answers, but it's not quite the answers you want, because what they're showing me is these ravens coming up and hitting the wall or hitting the window, and they can't go any further because you're not open to it. I'm also being told you shouldn't be scared of things that are going on, because you're in control of what you do and say. And just because you see or hear things that are going on doesn't mean that it's bad. Or, okay, they're also saying don't add fear into situations. Okay, you have to, you know, when we're in life, there's, and this is kind of a general rule for everybody, you know, a lot of times as humans, we add fear to issues, right? And if we add the fear, that's usually we're asking for stuff to come up to us that are negative. And what they're saying is you need to open up to the positives more. And the messages and things that you're looking for are there. You just have to remain open to them. And they keep showing me this bird flying up to the window and hitting the window and going down to the ground like, hey, what happened? You asked me for this, and now I can't get in to give it to you. Okay, so whether it's from spirit or whether it's just situations that are around you, this is what's going on with you. So they're saying, please, 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 please open up to the messengers without fear. Open up to the possibilities without fear. If you're worried about things, picture it in a very positive way. So instead of like me saying, oh, yay, I broke my leg, I need to look at it like, hey, yeah, you know what? I broke my leg, but hey, I'm doing okay. You know, I see myself healed. And no, I'm not completely healed yet, but I'm working on it. So you always have to put that positive spin onto things. And what's coming around to me right now is that's not always the case with you. And there's fear base in there. So you got to make the birds hitting the window kind of stop, so that when you're asking for stuff, they're going to help you and they're going to push you in the right direction. But your angels, your divine energies, your ancestors, whoever it is that you look towards to be able to assist you, or pray, or you speak to. Okay, you have to open to the response. Okay, so once you open to the response, things will come in more positive for you. Okay, so that is your card, Miss Susan, and it is the Raven. Thank you, and I hope it resonates for you. I'm going to show you guys a little thing with this bird, because you'll get a kick out of it, I think. Go ahead. And, oh, apparently he really likes Sean's cup. Yeah, this is what he's doing now. And he loves Sean. Yes, he does. He listens to Sean in the mornings. Up. Come on. You had your drink. Okay, now sit and behave. All right, so that's my life. I share everything with him. Can't eat anything next to him either. He jumps on my plate. So, okay, here we go. Hi, Chloe. How are you? Okay, good. I'm glad it makes sense. Hello. How are you, Miss Lido? I hope you're well. Okay, I'm going to scoot down a little bit more. Sure. I can give you a card. Sure. You can get these wet. Nope, he didn't. Good job, bud. So much fun. Except when you're eating, you got a cat on one side and a bird on the other side, and each of them are trying to grab food from your plate, or cereal from a bowl, or water from a cup. But they keep me moving forward, so I'm all about it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, time to clean the closets. Time to clean up things that don't necessarily work for you anymore. Your card today is the Scarab. I haven't had this come up in quite a while. The Scarab, especially in Egyptian times, I guess is probably where we'd note it the most. Actually, they also create, not the Egyptians, but even now, they call the big pieces of jewelry scarabs because they're big, okay? But the Scarab for you today is coming through with, yes, you know what you have to do? You have to start cleaning your proverbial closet. You have to take things out that don't mean anything to you anymore, kind of reorganize them so that you can put them on the outside. Maybe they'll come back in, maybe you'll need them later, but not right now. And you need to make room for more positives to come in. And once you do that, you're going to see that your load is a lot lighter. Oh, hang on here. Nope, I won't do it. Okay. Your load is a lot lighter, and things that are going on in your life, you'll be able to have come in are more positive because you're setting other things aside. This is a big deal for you right now. You need to do it because there's a lot of things waiting to come in, but that are not coming in yet. So, and they're not coming in yet because of the fact you need to clean that out. Kind of like spring cleaning, right? I think sometimes too, we all kind of hang on to things because we bring them forward because we think if we let it go, we'll never revisit it again. We'll never be able to see it again. We'll never be able to feel that again. And that's not true. All we do is we don't put it in the moment. We don't have it in the moment so that it kind of clouds over other things. You just have to have faith and trust that what we have there that isn't quite like in tune with what's going on right now, it's okay to let it go. You'll never forget it, but there's nothing we can do to change it. And if they were happy moments, they'll always be in our memories, but you don't need to drag them forward because you want to create new things, new opportunities. And that's what's going on with you today, Lido. And there you go, girl. And it is the Scarab. I hope that resonates a little bit for you. Woo, okay. Yeah, Mango's over here. He was a boss this morning. I'll put those pictures up later. Hello. Hi, Miss Shannon. How are you? Yes, you can have a card. I will be happy to. And Lido, I hope that resonates with you. You know, it's sometimes we get so busy in life that we kind of forget about cleaning our closets, our proverbial, we forget about things that we should do, like taking care of ourselves and making things adjust to what we have going on a little bit better. Yeah, you think that's pretty funny, huh? I looked at my house yesterday and I thought, man, I've been laid up for so long. I need to be able to do this, this, and this. But I have to make room for it because I got all this other stuff in my head and I forget about it. So sometimes we just have to do that. Okay, Shannon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the next number? 7. Okay. Cool card. Last week was actually this day. Okay, you've got Mother Earth. Okay, so Earth, which, like I said, we had, I think it was last week, we had Earth Day. Also, and just to remind everybody, yes, we're still in our Mercury retrograde, trying to maneuver it casually and slowly, but it's all good. Okay, so the Earth shows up for you. Okay, so this is about grounding and kind of like, I feel like, oh, I got my piece of my own here. Sorry, something was tickling me. It's about okay, let me get back again. Okay, so it's about grounding and it's about you having the right balance right now. It's like I feel like, okay, I feel like you're kind of floating. Okay, so you'll be walking along, all of a sudden you'll be like, woo, and then you go up and then you come back down and you're not quite balanced yet and you're going, so you need more grounding to go on in your life. It's kind of like what I call, yeah, I hear you laughing again. mindful ADHD, right? Sometimes when we lose focus, right, we're always like looking at like, oh, look, there's a pretty butterfly. Oh yeah, what were you saying? And you walk along and then all of a sudden you see something else. Oh, look at that, isn't that? And you forget where you were. And this is what they keep showing me. And I don't mean you have ADHD. I just mean you have a lot going on and you're looking in so many directions at once that you're unable to process some of them because you can't keep focus, okay? So with the Earth card, they're telling you to take that moment, take that deep breath or a few and ground yourself. You know, I do this when I get kind of scattered, I guess would be a good way to put it. If it's too cold outside, I literally open the door or open a window, right? Or open the screen door. And I just kind of take in those cleansing breaths, you know, until I feel a little better. And then I'm able to move through things. They're also telling me to tell you, do them one at a time. Like you've got all these issues or things or people, and it's like everybody's pulling your attention to different places. They're saying one at a time. They're not going to go away, so it's okay. One at a time. Don't start with one thing or person or event, and then before you finish it, move to one over here. You need to finish one thing at a time. And it's going to take a conscious thought for you to do that. Just make sure, like I said, you're grounded. Whether you step outside, whether you open a window and take some great breaths in, or whatever it is that makes you kind of rejuvenate yourself at that moment, do that, okay? And everything will be fine. You just have to look at things slower and resolve or pay attention to them one at a time. So, okay, Shannon, I hope that resonates for you. And that is your card today. It's Earth. Okay, guys, you know, let me know somewhere in the feed if I'm on target or not. Okay, so let's see who else is here. Okay, let's see what, okay. All right, K2, let's see what I have for you. Let me get a drink first. I understand yesterday, for those in the UK, you had a banking holiday. I was not aware of that. I hope everybody had a good day yesterday. We have them too. We call them President's Day or Labor Day or Memorial Day or Martin Luther King Day or, you know, whatever. So I get it. All righty. It's nice to have that extra day in a week sometimes, isn't it? All right. All right. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. I feel multiples when I look at you. It's like multiples. Wearing different hats, multiples. like you're forever switching what you're doing. So you're hat changing. So you're many things to many people. Okay, so your card today that comes up is the praying mantis. Okay, yeah, a lot of people go, oh, bugs. No, but they're really cool. Bugs all have a purpose, and the praying mantis do too. I actually love them when they're in my garden. The wolf used to get them before she passed for her, all her family, all her kids and grandkids, and we used to get them. She'd buy me a box of them for up here, and they were eggs, and we'd open them and put them in the sun closer to summer. And when they'd hatch, they'd all be in the garden, and they take care of things that you don't want in the garden. And this is what I keep saying. You're in this role. You're kind of protector. You're kind of, they're saying like, take the garbage to the curb type of a person. You're the one that comes in and does the cleanup. You're the boss. You're in charge. Okay. And that's all good. And people look to you almost for that. It's become quite routine is what I'm being shown. And it's all good, but you have to remember also, you have to be the queen, okay? Because in the praying mantis world, the queen rules all over the others. The males are very small. So this is projecting a thing of where you have to set yourself into a higher, oh, what's the word they're giving me? A higher like standard. You need to put yourself before a lot of other things that are going on in your life, because you need to take care of you. Otherwise you can't take care of all the stuff around you. And it's like, you don't even really stop to ask for help is what I'm being told. And you need to start doing that, because you're not a superhero. Although sometimes we'd like to think we are. We're not. Even superheroes have to rest a little bit. And this is what I keep getting for you. A lot of different hats, a lot of different things, but you need to remember that you deserve good things coming back to you, as well as you giving to others. So this is a big deal. And I know this is a really hard thing to come over or get through, because I was always the one used to being the fixer, being the one that took care of everything, or people would come to me for help, right? And then when I got into a position, especially with my health, I had a really difficult time asking until I literally had a vision, or whatever you want to call it, and said, hey, why are you thinking you're any less than anybody else? So you need to learn that and take care of yourself. And if you need assistance, you need to ask for it. But by sure, absolute positivity, you need to remember one thing at a time, and to set your boundaries as well. And you deserve good things as well. You have to slow it down so that you can take care of yourself. Okay, so that is your card today. It is the praying mantis. And again, I hope it resonates with you. Let me know down in the stream. All right, let's see who else is here. Ooh. Kimberly. Yeah. Hi, Joyce. I see you too. Hang on. Hang on. And remember, guys, if you're just joining in right now, remember that if you see something on this post later, or somebody's responding to you now as me, it's not me. I've had 3 different people try to hack the account. Facebook is aware. It's just, you know, a thing. And I'm actually in the process of having my page verified and approved. So that should be coming up soon anyway. All right. So thank you very much. And let's see what Kimberly Jean has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, this card's been coming up quite a bit lately. All right. So your card today is the medicine wheel. Okay. Now, if you're not sure what a medicine wheel is, it's within my native culture, and it's actually the origins of it kind of start out like an astrology chart, right, where it's basically divided into 12 different things, but the basic symbol is 4. Okay, and for me, what that means when it shows up for you guys is all about that balance, because each pie section, like you see it broken down to 4, then it breaks down into more, and it goes down all the way to the center, and it'll show your birth sign under the native calendar. Like mine is the snow goose because it's in January. So you'll see it break down, and this is actually what I'm hearing for you. Break down. That's what they're talking about. Break it down. Okay, so okay, you need to kind of take a closer look at what's going on with you right now, because there's some things that are kind of distracting for you, and it's throwing you off balance. And you need to kind of set the boundaries and push those away, because you've got a lot more positives going on, and they're showing me this. And I always do this motion because it's like a circle, right? They go around the circle, and it's like they're showing me everything. It's time to go in there and kind of just gut it, basically, is what they're saying, and take out the things that, again, and they're saying like take the trash out. Okay, and it's not necessarily trash, it's just things that had occupied you before today. So maybe in the past year, maybe in the past 20 years, I'm not sure, but you need to go through and look where your priorities are, because some of them I think are false. Like you think they're purposeful, but they're not. So you need to take a closer look at that and put everything on the outside of your sacred circle, which again is your soul energy, all the things that are important to you, that matter to you, the people, the places, the events, whatever. And sometimes you just got to go in and scoop them out and clean them out. You know, part of that is also like people. Okay. And that's not a negative thing. I mean, I am sure that you've had people that were in your life at one point that really aren't around much anymore. Maybe you communicate with them a little bit, but they're not really a priority. And that's what they're talking about. You need to clean out what isn't working for you right now, or isn't bringing in anything new. And it doesn't mean you're wishing them bad. It doesn't mean you don't want to deal with whatever the events are or whatever. It just means you guys need to move back a little bit so that I can have more positives come in, and growth, right? Good growth, positive growth. And once you do that, you'll find more balance in your life. Yeah, because what they're showing me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take that long. It's like you're back and forth. So it's like you're rocking the wheel. Okay. So it's not completely off balance, but once you do what you're supposed to do and really pay attention to yourself and what things, you know, sometimes it's really hard to look at those things and say, well, you know what, I'm not really involved with that anymore, or involved with that person anymore, you know, or this thing doesn't matter anymore because it was, you know, a couple years ago. You need to take it out. And I've done it. Everybody's done it. And you forget about it. And you just keep adding energy to things that don't need energy added anymore. And this is definitely what's going on with you. So clean it out. Again, you know, maybe because it's spring, I'm not sure. But clean it out and you'll find a healthier balance for yourself. Okay, Kimberly? And there you go. That's your card. I hope it resonates for you, ma'am. And thanks for popping on today. Okay, so let's see what Miss Joyce. Well, thank you. You know, where did I thought you had asked for a card. Well, I'm just going to give you a card, Joyce, because, you know, but Joyce does remind me, seeing her name does remind me. Starting next week, and I'll post it again. I kind of posted it for reaction last week. Starting next Monday, and I think Thursdays, I said, I'm going to be doing private prayer circles. So when I post the picture, make sure you guys respond if you want to join in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be pulling, I don't know, a number of people here in private. It won't be recorded, but it's for those that want extra healing or want to just talk about what's going on, but it begins and ends with prayer. So those will be prayer circles. So you guys will be seeing those. I did post a little bit, seemed pretty positive. And then what I will do is send people a link that they can get in here with me, like we're doing right now. Okay. So, that all mixed up. All right, Miss Joyce, I'm going to give you a card because we'll eventually probably see it down the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, Miss Pippi's getting excited. All right, so what I'm seeing here for you right now is the rabbit. Okay, I love rabbits. The baby bunnies are starting to, the big bunnies are starting to go down underground because the baby bunnies are going to be born in their den soon. I love watching them. They're great. All right, so the rabbit brings in a lot of different aspects, but today it's bringing in fear. And I'm being told, well, okay, so rabbits, they don't have a strong constitution. Okay, I used to raise them, and sometimes you can pick them up, even the littlest ones, and their hearts just, and they like get so scared that they can literally just die on the spot. So a lot of times what they represent is fear. But what I'm being shown for you is this is fear that you're putting into things, not what's going to actually happen, but you're fearful because you're not sure of the outcome. Okay. And what I'm being shown is you need more trust in yourself, in the universe, in the divine, in whatever it is, in the spirit lands, whatever it is you need, you have to have more trust in them. Okay. You put out things you need. We all do, right? We run up into different situations. Maybe they're new situations. Maybe they're uncomfortable situations. Maybe they're in situations we don't even want to deal with. However, if we add fear to it, you make it 100-fold worse. If you go into it as, okay, I've got this, and this is what they're telling me, you've got this. There's no reason you shouldn't have it with whatever's going on with you right now. So let the fear go. And some say the word that I used to hear when I was in Catholic school was give it up to God. So give it up to Creator, give it up to the universe, give it up to the angels or the divine, however you want to call it or label it. Give it up to the people in the spirit lands that know and love you. Give it up to them and know that you're going to be taken care of. Okay? Don't add fear to the situation. And it's really loud right now, and I don't know what's going on with you. So yay, there you go. Hope it resonates with you, dear. All right. I can do that, but I have to do that in private because of the hackers right now. So yeah, I will. Remind me in my inbox and I will. I would love to get something from Wales. If I could travel, that's one of the places that I would like to go. Okay, afia. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, he's a lot some days. He's like a toddler. What people don't understand, and Mango and Pip, I don't know if you've seen them. Pip is a really light lemon chiffon color, and Mango is a kind of like apple green with a really bright orange head. And he's a boss, and he knows he's a boss. I had him out this morning, and he was just running all over. I couldn't keep up with him, and then he got on my shoulder, and Pip was on my head, and it was like, oh, yay, they still love me. They're crazy. Birds are like toddlers. They never grow up. They actually only get up to, like, the African gray that I have behind me. He's like the mentality of a 5-year-old. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Okay, good deal. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I can give you a card, Pascal. No problem. Yeah, so they're a lot, but they're funny. He's starting to say night-night now. Good night. Because I tell the birds every night. Because this is my master bedroom, and it's huge, and that's where they are. I have 2 parakeets in here. They're all rescues. So they all keep me really busy. And I talk to them all the time. And he's out most of the day until he's not, which usually is when he's badly behaving. The other day I almost stepped on him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I almost stepped on him because he was on his cage, and I went into the other room in the kitchen. Didn't know he had gotten off the cage and came into the kitchen to find me. And I went to step, and I heard, ah! And I looked down, and guess who it was? Phoenix. All right, here you go. Your card today is the Hawk, Pascal. The Hawk is very revered in many cultures, okay? And I actually have a pair, which is really cool, really close to my house here on the lake right now. And I see them actually about this time, they're flying around. I also have a pair of eagles that are nesting in the area. So they're a really important part of the ecology, right? The ecosystem. And why I'm saying this is I'm seeing this hawk above you, kind of guiding you. So almost like a totem would be, like bears for me. And this is the words that are coming through, is setting your course, like setting your pace, setting your course, the way you're going to go. Okay. Setting your course on how you're going to decide about something. And this hawk is showing me like a bird's eye view. Okay. So I'm seeing more things that could affect other things if you take a closer look. And this is what I'm being guided to tell you, is you need to take a closer look at some of the things that are on your path. Yeah, because you're going to be kind of shown a way to go around some things. And by that, I mean, you need to trust your gut. Sometimes you have to pick your battles. Sometimes you have to expend energy, but expend it in a better way. So some things that may kind of stoke us up or aggravate us a little bit, sometimes it's not worth the energy to put into it to kind of go through it. So you kind of have to sidestep it. And this is what I'm being shown for you. They're trying to allow you to sidestep stuff, stuff that isn't going to matter in the scheme of things. But you need to kind of pay close attention so that you're not wasting that energy. And I'm still seeing you moving forward very confidently. But again, you need to pause enough so that you can say, okay, should I expend energy on this or not? And this hawk, again, is giving you more of a bird's eye view. So sometimes you have to look all the way around from above so you get a different perspective. Not a perspective from other people, because this has to come from you. We're the ones that are, I always say, driving the car, driving the bus, right? We're the ones that are in charge of how we react or how we act. Okay, so you need to pay closer attention to that as you're moving forward to be able to get around some of these obstacles. Okay, so I hope that resonates for you. And your card, Pascal, is the hawk. And thank you so much for joining us today. Okay, so let's see. Oh, it just bopped all over again. Hang on. Ooh, hi, Brenda. How are you? Thank you, Kimberly. He is cute. Mango and Pip are cute. I think he's kind of handsome. He's got a lot of pink feathers on him, and the reason he does is he's got this. It's a recessive red genetic thing that's in him, so he's pink, but he's a manly pink. Oh, he made a liar out of me at the vet a couple weeks ago, because he always screams when I try to pick him up. I can pick him up this way, but I mean to pick him up or pet him, he just screams like a baby. And I took him to the vet, and the vet took him out, put a towel on him. He didn't scream. He didn't yell. He didn't fight. He didn't do anything. And they said, I thought you said he'd fight. I go, well, whatever. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. He has tried to bite me over time, but not hard. It's more of a warning, like, I don't want to do that, Mom. Like, I don't want to go back into my cage, Mom. Okay, so Miss Brenda, you have today the medicine wheel. Okay. I want to say, this continues. This continues. With the medicine wheel, you're doing this. So the word they're using is topsy-turvy. Okay, so one day you think this way, the next day you think that way, the next day you go back to the old way, then the next day you go back to the other side. And it's like you can't make up your mind. So it's rocking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So you need to stabilize your thought process. You need to balance out your stuff. And actually what they're showing me is a tighter look at the medicine wheel, which is broken down into, like I said, animals, plants, time of the year, gemstones, clans, elementals, and how they work with us. Those are kind of our power points within that particular month. Like I have the snow goose, right? And then everything that's listed under the snow goose, which is actually pretty accurate. It's kind of crazy when you look at stuff like that, because sometimes you think, oh, no, that's not going to be. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's exactly who I am. So you need to take a closer look at what you're doing, how you're doing it, and be definitive. Like they're yelling, make up your mind, make up your mind. Wait a minute, let me hear. The loons are back to the lake. I can hear them now. The loons are back to the lake. So Brenda, thank you for that. I wish you guys could hear them. They're so beautiful. Yeah, so getting back to you, Brenda, it's like you have to decide what you're doing, but you have to look at it realistically. This is something my dear friend, I call her sister of my heart, Lizzie Starr, taught me a long time ago, and we used to laugh at it. And she got hold of me one time and she brought it up. She goes, you know how some days you get there and you're meditating and you kind of think about stuff, and yeah, you could go that way. And then you get a deck, right? And you throw down maybe 3 cards, like past, present, future cards, right? No matter what kind of deck you have. And you don't like the answers they gave, so you put them back in, you shuffle again. It's also what I call, when I used to be on Blog Talk, right? I had a show for many years, and a lot of us did, and a lot of us, that's how we met. And you would have some of the same people go from show to show because they didn't like what was being told to them. But what was so funny is each show, unbeknownst to each other, gave them the same kind of advice. So this is what I'm seeing is you keep like going in between looking for the answer, but you're looking for the answer that you want, not the actual answer that is. Okay, so you need to look at that so everything can begin to balance again. Okay, so that is your card, and it is the medicine wheel. So thank you, Miss Brenda. I appreciate you for showing up today. Okay, I hope it resonated for you. No. K2, they're on YouTube as well. Yeah, no. You can post here. I see everybody that posts. Okay. Oh, I gave you one. Okay, yep, I got you. All right, Lindsay Culver. Hello. You're new. Hi. Oh, it's a sweet little guy there. All right, let's see here. You're very welcome, and I already don't remember who it was. Hi, Miss Tina. I hope you're well. I hope you are very well. All right, so let's see. Thank you for stopping in today. Let's see what I can give you. And again, if you're just joining in, remember, folks, if you get like requests on the stream, whether it's YouTube or whether it's Facebook, it's not me unless I'm directly responding to you with something. I'm not asking you to make a friend or do anything else or money. There was somebody that was asking for money the other day, pretending they had copied my page a little bit differently with the wording, but I don't do that stuff. Okay. All right, Miss Tina, let's see what I got for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So I'm being told to embrace that little message I just gave with Brenda. Don't keep looking for answers that are given to you already, but looking for a different answer to what or outcome of what you're asking. We all need to learn whatever our lessons are in life, and good, bad, or indifferent. I mean, we can have great lessons sometimes, but we still need to understand that we can't just push through stuff. Otherwise, they keep coming up. The same issue keep coming up. Maybe not with the same person or situation, but it'll be a learning experience where we need to listen to the answer, hear the answer, not from me, just from the universe, from your gut, what's telling you. You know what you have to do, but sometimes we don't pay attention. They just told me to say that over again, so I did. All right, so Tina, you have the card, and it's the ancestors, okay? So the ancestors represent your bloodline, plus all the people that have walked with you, next to you, around you, that have passed to spirit land. Friends as well that may have passed to the spirit lands. And I'm being told, look to the answers with the ancestors. So you're, whatever's going on, you need to, okay, yep, they say it keeps repeating generationally. So each generation of this bloodline is dealing with whatever this is that's very similar. And they want you to be able to take a look back and understand you're not the first, nor will you be the last. That's a really odd statement to make. All right. So, okay, again, they're telling me you have a very hard, stable foundation. Okay, so it's like the foundation of you, like it would be with me, is very strong. Who you are, what you represent, how you do things, how you think through things, that's all really strong. And then you've got the next layer, which is like the first floor because you were in the basement, okay? And that's what it is. The basement's like the foundation, right? And as you keep moving up and adding new things, sometimes there's little hiccups. And again, they want you to look through your ancestral bloodline, family lines, even of like when you were growing up, of people that were in your family, aunts, uncles, siblings, cousins, everybody, okay? Because I keep seeing whatever this is on like a repeat cycle with every generation. So whatever this is, the answers that you're looking for will be within that and could possibly be learned more about through other friend and family members that you really haven't spoken about or spoken to things to them about different things going on with you. And you will find assistance that you need, and I'm hearing the word clarification for what's going on by paying attention to that ancestral line, if that makes sense. Okay, so also two words, this came up, and it was fire and brimstone. Okay, and it's almost like they're showing me a preacher right down south, a preacher like fire and brimstone, you know, a Baptist preacher just yelling and yelling, and fire and brimstone. So I don't know if this was through your ancestral line, but there's things that go back to whoever this individual is that will shed light onto your current situation. That's a wild thing. That's a really wild thing they're showing me. And this is not a person that they're showing me with this Bible, fire and brimstone, which is the old ways, right? Not the way, it's like really judgy, which some people don't understand that comes across as judgy sometimes. But that's where you'll find your answers. Okay, I hope that resonates for you. That was a wild trip. I could go down that rabbit hole for an hour. All right, so there is your card, and I hope it resonates with you and kind of maybe helps you a little bit with what's going on. All right, thanks, Tina. All right. Very good, very good. All right, let me roll down here a little bit. Hi, Pamela. Oh, okay, take care of your dogs. You can come over to me. You can come over to me and take care of these critters. They're all crazy. I got to clean their cages later. Okay, thank you, Bonnie. Hi, Katrina Hayes. How are you? Okay, going down a little bit. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, good. I don't remember what I told you, though, but good. I'm glad it makes sense to you. You know, people ask me that all the time. I don't remember very often. who or what is said because the message was delivered, and people just look at me like sometimes they'll get hold of me later in the month or something and say, hey, you know, when you said, like, no, I don't remember. Sorry, you got the message. That's what it was. Oh gosh. Thank you, Miss Pamela, for that. The kids will put your name on the board or whatever the heck they're doing at this time. I need to check in with him again. Oh, good for you. I hope your sign language, that's an awesome thing. I used to understand it. I didn't really was able to use it a whole lot. But when I was working at Children's Hospital up in the ICU and HEMOC floors, we had a couple kids that came in and I did learn, but that was like when I was in my 30s. And now that I'm 62, it's like, yeah, no, don't remember. Okay, good, Joyce. I'm glad with whatever that meant. Okay, I'm going down. Hi, Diane. How are you? I don't think I've read for you. Hi, Dawn. Yeah, I can pull you a card. Let me get Diane first. Hi, Diane. Oh, now the old Siamese is coming into the room. Who wants attention? Who wants to know why the toddler's here and I'm not petting her? There she is. You're okay. She's not doing anything. Yeah, I know. That was a big thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's my last fur baby. She's 19 now, and I've lost all the others. And no, I will not be getting any more fur babies. I love them all, but I'm sticking with the feathered ones. It's very much easier for me to take care of right now. Okay, so your card today, Diane, is the heron. I actually saw them coming in today. It was the first time I'd seen them because it's been cold. And on the lake, we have so many different creatures out here. It's just fun to watch. And I kind of dictate the weather on how they're coming in. Like, I don't have the sand cranes are not here yet, but they are laying south of us. They're laying nests and what have you. But ours have not yet come. The heron just showed up. So heron is for you. Okay, so first let me tell you a little bit about the heron. They're actually huge, which I didn't realize until when I moved in here, like back in 2010. I was like, wow, I didn't realize they were that big, right? You see pictures, or you see them in the distance when you're by waterways and stuff, but you really don't see them, and they are big. They are like as tall as I am when they're standing, and I'm 5'4", I think. So from foot to head, they're big, okay? And they're also very guarded and very adept to their environment, how to get food, where to set up nests. It's amazing, actually, how adept they are. And what I'm being told, one of the reasons that this is coming up for you today is patience. I'm being told you need to put a quarter in the jar. That's really funny. Put a quarter in the jar for every time you lose your patience about something. Now, this isn't losing patience of people. It's just about you losing patience, almost, I want to say, with yourself. Like, you're not giving yourself enough credit for what you do, how you do it, how you imprint on others. And it's like a lesson in patience. You can have, and I literally have watched them over the years out here on the lake. You'll have one that's like up by the shallows by my house, and the water's like 10 feet off of the back of my house. So the lake is close, and they'll come walking across. But they can, in an hour, it can take them to move their foot from here to standing, and you don't see it when it happens. Like, you can't register it. That's how much patience they have. So they're trying to tell you, you need more patience. And it's not that you don't want to allow more patience for whatever the situation is. It's just like, and I'm laughing because it's just like you're always giving them enough patience to this issue or this person or this situation, and it never changes. It's like, oh my gosh, you're trying my patience really again? And this is where you need to understand that everybody's different in how we do things, how we react to things, and all of that. So you need, as a teaching tool, because you are teaching and imprinting on people that are around you, you need to show more patience with situations. And again, that's not a bad thing. I do it all the time. I get in trouble all the time because it's like I see things and it's like a clear-cut path. But I have to keep reminding myself or have others remind me sometimes, like just smack me because I don't work the same way you do. I have a huge pain tolerance. Like I can't even begin to tell you. Well, yeah, when I broke my leg, I didn't take pain meds, right? When I broke up in my hip, I didn't need them. And the doctors were floored. And yet I knew somebody else that actually had gotten their hand sliced, right? Not deep, not stitches, but they got it cut and they were like sobbing. Okay. So everybody reacts different. We have to remind ourselves that, right? And I've had to do that. I've had to take a back seat and say, wait, patience, not everybody's the same. So that's what I've got for you today from the Spirit, and I hope it resonates for you. And they're not bashing. They're not bashing you. They're not doing any of that. It's just we all need that reminder every now and then. All right, so Ms. Dawn, let me see what I can get for you today. All right, let's see. Ooh, saying cut it. Cut it, cut it, cut it. Okay. All right, let me see. Okay, we got 1, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, well, here you go. This is going to be a popular card today. All right, you also got the ancestors. Okay, so I am hearing have them gather, okay? And I'm literally seeing a ceremonial fire being placed and people are sitting around it. They're not dancing around it. They're sitting around it, but they're doing ceremony, doing, putting up prayers, doing requests for prayers to be answered. All positives, like we need help, we need this to happen, we need a change of wind, we need a change of fire, we need a change of how things are approached and how things are handled. And what I'm being told really loud is you need to continue to look to the ancestors, and you need to kind of temper it down to a place of you can understand how things were done then, and they're still not being done now. So we still have to voice through ceremony, through prayer, what needs to occur. And again, this is about going back to the roots and old ways is what they're saying. So that is the card for you today, and I hope that resonates for you. And you know, for us and the indigenous people around all over, we understand what it is to sacrifice. We understand what it is to negotiate. We understand how things are not always done the way they should be for the better good. And sometimes it's really difficult to express that or really feel like we're making a dent, but this is being said really loud. It does make a dent. It does make an imprint. It does make a difference. Okay, so I hope that resonates with you, Dawn. And until next time, thanks for coming in. All right, so let me see here. Hi, Lorraine Cran. How are you? You're very welcome. I will give you a card. Let me just kind of put this up a little bit higher here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, Angela Willow Wolf Nichols. Yeah, I've been around. I started getting back around, I don't know, kids, what is it, 2 weeks ago, maybe? Yeah, I haven't really been up to it since I busted my leg, so it's kind of hard. It's still kind of hard for a while. I still can't sit like I used to, and there's still things I can't do, but I can do this. Oh, and actually, while you're all on and listening, I need to tell you all this too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Tomorrow, I will be having Holly Jenkins on, and who knows, we may be doing some reads, but it'll be spiritually paranormal, so she'll be on tomorrow. So stop in, same time, same station. Here you go. So you also today get the spider. Okay, so Lorraine, with you with the spider for you, this is actually more about the spider than the web. Okay, so what I'm being shown is you have to protect yourself. You have to kind of get into a spot or a situation area that you're safe, because what I'm seeing is like having to retreat, having to go back into to kind of protect yourself and stay away from either a situation or, I was going to say a couple, but they're saying like a few people that are very negative around you right now. And the spider takes into account its environment to know where it's best situated to create a home for itself. And this is what I'm being shown for you. Not that you're moving or any of that, but you need to kind of secure your place in the world by kind of shading off everything and every negative that you can, and don't engage with them. And I do feel like it's going back into, like, you ever see a spider and you go up and they go right to the center, right? Because that's their safe spot. They go right to the center of the webbing. And this is what I'm hearing. You need to be able to protect yourself. And then it goes outward to like where the webbing is. People get stuck, or, you know, because that's how they catch their food and stuff. But this is how people will get kind of, and what I'm being yelled at is caught up in their lies, caught up in miscues, caught up in misinformation. They're going to do it themselves. You don't have to do that work. Okay, you just have to brace yourself and put yourself in the position that you're protected away from all of this. Okay, very, very loud, and you'll be fine. Let them get caught up in their own mess. All right, that's your card, and I hope it resonates with you. It was kind of an interesting way for them to show it to me, but there you go, and it's the spider. Thanks so much for popping on, too. Let us know if it's okay and everything sounded well. Okay, so, ooh, it's bounced all over again. Hang on, guys. Oh, good, 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 good. Ooh. I'm glad. You know, one of the things, and I will tell you this, you're welcome to, Lorraine. Very welcome. I will tell you this, and I think this is something that people need to understand. What I have been guided to do, what I signed up to before I came to being here in this lifetime anyway, it was my contract. And my thing is, there's no bad things. There's only just life lessons. And we always have hope, faith, and belief in ourselves and taking care of ourselves so we can take care of others is the way things should be. So when I put up prayer and when I ask for spirit to come through, it's in positives, okay, of how to react and act. Yeah, there may be negative things, but this is how you deal with them. So it's all plausible and good things, and I try to just feed the world with positives. Sometimes, you know, the world is a scary place, you know, and right now it's pretty dang scary out there. So I'm glad, and thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. All right, guys, so I have been on an hour and 20 minutes, so I will thank you all for coming in today, as always, and don't forget, tomorrow, same time, same place, Spiritual Paranormal with Holly Jenkins, because we kind of got booted out of the last one we tried to do because she got really super sick and I broke my leg, so we're back again. All right, guys, so from now till tomorrow, bear out.
Yeah. Cool. Wasn't it? Bye, bear, Mom Bear.
Bye, Mama
See you
Bear.
later, bear, Mom Bear, Mom Bear. Bye.